final topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I know we've discussed it a teeny tiny bit, but like we were just talking about games coming out, what is, if you could only play one game up until December 31st, 2015. One game, it doesn't have to be out already. It has to be coming out. This could be potential games that are coming out, or it could be confirmed games coming out. So we can just have like an imaginary speculation, like if Who's Your Mama 5 is coming out this Christmas, you can imagine that.
Sounds incredible.
I know, game of the year for sure. So and I want you to give reasons why that is your most anticipated game.
I think I already know.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why don't you go first then?
Yeah, let's hear it.
And I have reasons to support it too.
Oh,
I'm gonna say The Witcher 3.
Really?
Yes.
Great choice.
Out of everything.
Yes, because hear me out.
Okay.
Think about it. Bloodborne's coming out. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure that's going to be so awesome. I'm thrilled to play that. But think about it. Once you beat it, like, that's pretty much it. You beat the game. I mean, I know it's co-op and stuff. There's other things you can do, but pretty much you play through it and you beat it. It's done. I'll get to The Witcher last. Okay. After that, we also have Batman after The Witcher. Or I didn't think about Persona 5 either.
Oh, I forgot.
But
about
I can't really get too much into that because I haven't played Persona 4 like you have. I've seen it, and I know for a fact that it's awesome. And I probably should play 4.
It's amazing.
I should buy a Vita and play 4 before 5 comes out, which I probably will do at some point soon. But anyway, so I might, if I had played Persona 4, I might go ahead and say Persona 5, but I'm skipping that since I haven't played 4. So Persona 5 I'm not going to comment on. But Batman, don't get me wrong, Batman Arkham City is my favorite game of all time, and I am absolutely thrilled to play the next one. But same thing, once you beat it, that's pretty much it. Like, I played the story, I've seen what happens, and I'll probably do every single thing you can do in that game, but once you do that, it's done. And then also we have Uncharted. Well, Uncharted is supposed to be released this year.
Let's just say it is coming out.
Okay, Uncharted 4, same thing. It's going to be fantastic, but you play it, beat it, it's done. I'm sure there'll be fun multiplayer in it too, but I mean, how often are you going to play Uncharted multiplayer? That'll be good.
If it's as good as The Last of Us, maybe a lot.
We've also speculated that there's a slight chance that Fallout 4 could be released this year.
Maybe.
And I know we're pretending like it is being released this year, but I'm just not going to get my hopes up and say that it's not.
If tomorrow they announce it, would you switch your decision?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Okay, but since I don't know for a fact, that's why I'm going with The Witcher, because The Witcher...
I guess that's just too easy to say Fallout 4.
I can't remember how... I know they've already said how long The Witcher is, right?
It's 100 plus.
Yeah, easy. Oh, yeah, seriously. That'll keep you going for a long time. Not only is that an open world, but it's a world that... I've played a majority of The Witcher 2. I never finished it because like other stuff. Because I bought it in a time like where there was like a dead spot in between games coming out. It was like, I'm going to try to beat this before the next one comes out. Like barely had time. Played through like 3/4 of it and then I stopped and I haven't finished it. I should probably go watch the end or play the rest. I still have it.
I watched the videos on YouTube and it's such a great
and it was story. What I played was fantastic and I loved it. And that's why that's one of the other reasons I'm excited for the third one. But I just feel like there's going to be an immense amount of things to do in that game. And the gameplay already looks super awesome. The world is beautiful. I'm like really excited to dive into that. And I feel like, and the only reason I say that primarily is because I feel like if we're saying if we can only play one game for the entire year, I feel like that's one that you would have a whole year gives you plenty of time to experience all that game has to offer. Yeah. So I would say that would keep me occupied the longest. So I'm going to go with The Witcher 3. But like you said, if Fallout 4 was announced, no doubt in my mind, I would not even think twice. Absolutely, Fallout 4 would be my number one pick.
I hear you. Now, real quick before you go, if Fallout 4 was for sure coming out, would you pick that?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say if it was, I totally would, but I think we should disregard that game just because of how much we would want that game. All right, so go ahead.
Okay, well, I was going to say Witcher 3 too, but since you said it, I want to pick something else. And this is actually a game that's been out for a while. You guys probably know what I'm talking about.
Destiny?
But it's, yes, Destiny.
Really? If you had one game to play.
Yes. I don't know what it is about Destiny, but I am so hooked right now. And there's nothing... Yeah, I'm still hooked.
What are you doing it all the time?
Like, just that drive to get the new weapons, like the new exotics, it keeps me coming back.
Yeah.
Like, I mean... And just the fact that there's going to be new content coming out over the span of this year.
That's true.
Like that Comet expansion. Yeah. Apparently that's rumored to come out. Yeah. Like, ever since the days I quit World of Warcraft, I played that a lot back in the day. But
how many years exactly did you play?
Oh, man. Probably on and off 6 or 7 years.
Jeez.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I wish you had told me when I knew you like in middle school, because I would have played all the time with you, but I just didn't know.
I can't tell you how much money I've spent on World of Warcraft.
You know, we knew you for how many years before we found out you played World of Warcraft, and I wasn't
Long
like,
time. Since middle school.
you know, I was like so bummed that you hadn't told me before. I was like, dude, I would have totally played
It was
with
something
you.
I was kind of ashamed of. I don't know why.
I don't know why, dude.
I guess it wasn't the cool thing to do.
Video games weren't as cool as
Yeah.
they are now.
Yeah,
I remember in middle
definitely.
school, I brought a Majora's Mask strategy guide, and people were like looking at me like, "What the heck is wrong with you?" So no, I completely understand.
But yeah, Destiny is just I love outer space. Like if my dream job would to be an astronaut. Like,
Yeah.
I love space. I love the environments of Destiny. Like today, before we came over to do our videos today, I was spending the afternoon collecting all the dead ghosts in the game.
Really?
Yeah, I got them all.
Nice.
So like probably later on this week, I'm gonna read through the Grimoire just because I'm so fascinated with the lore.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I love Destiny.
That is a
I love
bold-
doing the raids.
bold choice.
That is a
for
bold
sure.
choice. I respect that.
I know
Yeah.
it's not the perfect game, but it's the game that hooks me, and I guess it kind of replaces that hunger to
That
play.
itch you got.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I want to work towards something,
No.
even if it is just RNG. Like the more you play, the better chance you have to get something.
No.
So.
Now let me ask you this on your choice: are you going to be bummed at all from the time now until when the next expansion pack comes out, House of Wolves, which I think, what date did they say, in June or something?
It's
or
second
May?
quarter, which is from April to June.
Okay, so let's say when that comes out in May, and you're playing House of Wolves, which me and Garrett wouldn't be playing it because that's not our choice. We're playing
Right.
The Witcher 3 or something,
Mhm.
and you're seeing that, and then you do the House of Wolves, and then it's that long stretch until September. Batman comes out, Persona comes out.
Stop it.
We're playing Uncharted 4, Fallout 4 is out, and you're sitting there, shooting, the Fallen for like the 1,000th time that
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be bummed out?
A little bit, yeah.
But you're gonna
But
keep trucking
Destiny's
through
that
it?
game I can always go back to. Like, I don't know. I really don't know what it is. Like, they've hooked me.
Wow.
Like,
Well,
yeah.
man. I mean,
It takes me a whole week to get through all my weekly stuff, so, like, that could entertain me.
no.
I'm a very
that's-
simple-minded gamer in that way, I guess.
No, I respect that.
I just like
respect.
shooting things.
That was a bold choice. I did not
Yeah.
expect that.
Me
at
neither.
all.
I thought you guys would
guess that.
expect that. 'Cause
No,
you know how
not
much
at
I
all.
play Destiny.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's my game.
just play every like Tuesday, Wednesday. Get my exotics
Right, yeah.
from the Nightfall, or if I can.
I don't just do the raids because I want the loot. I do them because they're fun, and I like cooperating with other people to get a
I
mission
hate
done.
how every time we play a raid with you, it's like we play with like gamers who have never held a controller in their life.
I know.
It's
It's,
true.
a, it's a
Every
disaster.
single time, he's like, beat
yeah.
the raid on hard
Every
mode.
time
Wanna
I
play
join a
tonight?
random
Yeah.
group, we go flawless. Like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't.
I guess
I
me
don't
and
know what
Preston
it
bring
is.
the bad luck, and we're not just saying this because like we suck and we're blaming it on other people. Like I know for an absolute fact we're all very good at
Yeah,
Destiny.
you
we're
guys
all,
are top-notch players.
we're good. We're good at shooters in general. All three of us. It's just for some reason the cooperation, and we try to communicate with our raid teammates, but they just fail to communicate and they
Yeah.
can't do anything right. We're like, go here, do this, and they like do the direct opposite. It doesn't make any sense.
I remember the first time I ever beat, and if you're not into Destiny, you got literally no clue what we're talking about. But the first raid, which was the Vault of Glass, I beat it the very first time in like an hour and a half. And I was like, that was freaking easy. And I was telling them, they haven't beaten it yet. Like, dude, let's play the Vault of Glass. Like, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
It took us like 8 hours to beat it.
I remember that we started at like 9, or no, we started around like 10 p.m. or something because I had gotten home from work. I'm like, all right, we're doing the Vault of Glass tonight. And I was pumped because it was my first time.
We were so
went.
excited.
We got all. I mean, it took us a while in general just to get to Atheon, but once we were there,
Which is the boss of the raid.
yeah,
the final boss.
it took us like 6 hours. I remember I was kind of bummed because I had to go to work.
Yeah.
I had to be at work at 6:30 in the morning, and we played up until like almost 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm not going to bed tonight.
I cannot believe how committed you were to get that done.
I remember it being worth it though, because obviously we all got Chatter White. That was cool.
I didn't get it.
You didn't?
No, I didn't get it.
I remember
was so
that.
mad.
I remember that. But we got Chatterwhite. I also got the Icebreaker before like Zur had it. So I was like one of the first. I think out of the three of us, I was the first to get Icebreaker, right? And I thought
You got
that
it
was
like
cool.
the like 3 days before it was sold for the first time.
But I was pumped about that. And I got some other weapon that was really good too. It might have actually been it was the Epilogue. That's what it was. Athenian's Epilogue.
That's not a good gun.
The sniper?
That's not the sniper. That's the auto rifle.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the one. What's
The sniper again? Sniper is Praetus Revenge.
That's what it is. Yeah, I got that and Icebreaker, and I was pumped about that. But had to work for like 6 hours after that, which kind of sucked. But
well, thank you for staying committed to our cause.
of course.
Yeah. But yeah, we just have really bad luck
Yeah.
playing with random dudes and stuff that we meet on the internet.
The obvious gaming clan has not had the best luck.
Yeah, you can find us on Bungie.net.
Yeah,
or
join
something.
us.
You guys ever have the skills that kills, man?
Yeah.
Join us for a raid
Basically, you
sometime.
just gotta push
I'm
a
always
button.
on and looking for people to play with.
Yeah,
So
give him a shout out. We're on occasionally.
Yeah, every now and then.
Well, I've had a lot of debates about my game.
this is a tough question.
It is. It's very
So many
tough
good games
'cause
coming out.
I am so excited for Uncharted 4 that just the thought of that game just makes me just have happiness. Have happy. I'm super pumped for that game. So just every phone's going on.
I got you, bro. Keep talking.
I get it. All right. Yeah, I'm super pumped for Uncharted 4. Naughty Dog is, in my opinion, the best game developer
I would agree.
on the planet right now. They're perfect. They have not made a bad game. Literally, they have not made a bad game.
And that is quite a feat to accomplish, to say the least.
And it's just they just churn. They poop Game of the Year stuff. It's just it's just in their blood. I can't pick that though. Just for if I'm picking one game coming out, or that's been out for the rest of this year, it's probably not going to have the length that I want in a game like that. I
I
said,
think I might know yours.
if Fallout 4 comes out, no doubt, not a question in my mind, I'll drop anything for that game. That is how committed I am to Fallout 4. My choice is Persona 5.
Really? That's not what I thought.
I mean, I can understand.
What did you think I was going to pick?
I actually thought you were going to pick Majora's Mask.
Oh, no.
To play for the rest of the year?
No.
No way.
You love-
I knew he
I
wouldn't pick that.
love
Majora's
Majora's
Zelda.
Mask. I love Zelda to death, and I didn't even think about that. The new one coming out, I still probably
Hopefully that will come out this year.
Oh yeah, I don't know. They haven't
it'll be
shown
next
anything.
year.
You think?
Yeah, I think
If
next
they
year.
show like an in-depth gameplay video or anything at this E3, it'll just come out this year.
I'm so excited for E3.
Me too. I'm freaking out.
Persona 4 is one of the best games I've ever played, and I haven't even finished it, and I can already say that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
What's so good about it?
okay. And I
There's
think
so many things. Just
I know
the
nothing
brief.
about these
Okay,
games,
then I
so-
think this is good that if you don't know what Persona is, which I think a majority of people have heard of Persona, but they don't exactly know what it is. I've heard about this game for a long time, and I just saw I'm not that into Japanese RPGs, so it kind of went over my head. I didn't really care about it. I recently bought a Vita, and I wanted to see what the best Vita games were, and this was at the top of literally every single list I looked at. It was a turn-based RPG, which the only one I've ever played basically was like Pokemon, which isn't even like, a complicated one in the slightest. So I gave this game a try, booted it up, and it's just non-stop cutscenes and story. I'm not even joking, it probably takes like hours to just get into the gameplay. It's anime, which I'm not kind of into. I really like Dragon Ball Z. That's like the only anime that
I feel like it's a
into.
cop out for anime Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but I really love watching that. But
Yeah.
it's like anime cutscenes, and it's like text talking with voiceovers that are excellent. In fact, Troy Baker is actually in this game.
No, he's in
That
everything
man.
nowadays.
Yeah, the voice acting it's really Japanesey, but like it's super good. The story's really good. It's about apparently not every Persona game ties together, I think, but it's about there's a serial killer in this town, and they're trying to figure out who the serial killer is. You're a new guy that's into town. You name him and everything, and you're living like with your uncle who's a cop. And it's basically like a high school simulator, kind of, which sounds weird.
Well, then what's the point of the turn-based combat? Is like, what are you fighting?
You go into the TV, and it's like you have these things called personas, which you
Okay.
fight with. And you go into TVs and you fight these enemies called the Darkness in there. And the reason, not a big spoiler really, but apparently there's this midnight channel, which if it's raining at midnight and you look at the TV, you'll see an outline of a person and that person dies. So the point is you have to go inside the TV and save that person, who's typically one of your classmates and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So the gameplay basically revolves around you being a teenager in high school. You can participate in clubs, athletic clubs, drama clubs, all of the above and stuff like that. You'll go through classes. They'll ask you questions and stuff that if you get right, it'll raise your knowledge and stuff. And the higher your knowledge is, the other things you can answer. You can raise your courage to like flirt with girls and stuff like that. And you build these... you build these bonds with your friends. And the bigger you build these bonds, the higher your persona like levels up and stuff like that. Okay. So you'll play for hours, dude, just running around talking to people, and it's incredible. It's so engaging. There was one part where I would just the school went on a field trip, and it was like an hour long, and I was laughing and just it was like a good TV. It was like a good movie or TV show.
Yeah.
And the gameplay is good too. It's just a standard JRPG. You run down a hallway. If you see a guy, you can try and smack him first, and it goes into turn-based combat, kind of like Pokemon, where every enemy has a certain weakness to a certain element, and you have a weakness towards that too. But it's really the thing that makes this game incredible is the characters. They are done so well. And I'm not even close to beating this game. This game takes like 80 plus hours, and I'm like half of the way through. And already it's one of the best RPGs I've ever played. And I don't know if you've seen the gameplay for 5. The trailer just looks... I know you've seen it.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It
looks incredible. And that right there, you're talking about The Witcher having gameplay hours. Dear Lord. If it's anything like Persona 4, I'm going to be playing that game into next year.
I refuse to watch any Witcher gameplay.
I've barely seen it either.
I want everything to be a surprise.
Yeah. Which I'm more like that for every single game now.
Yeah, nowadays, like...
I don't want to see it.
The same thing with even, I know it's like game related, even movie trailers, like new, I mean, rarely will I watch new movie trailers when they come out, not because I'm like, I don't want to spoil it, I'm just like, I'll see it when it comes out.
Yeah, the Avengers have put out 3 trailers now for Age of Ultron.
I saw the first one ever.
I gotta say, the latest trailer they put out, the 3rd trailer, is so awesome.
So awesome.
I'm so pumped for that movie
now. I
now.
Watch it.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. I'm excited. But yeah, I fully recommend if any of y'all have a Vita, which if you have a Vita, you've probably played Persona. But if you're interested in any any good story-based RPG with really good gameplay and stuff, it's got everything an RPG needs. It's got leveling up your weapons, characters. You can collect these personas and stuff. You can fuse them together to make even more powerful personas. And like I said, it is long as sin. It is so long. I have like over 30 hours of gameplay, and I just randomly looked up a gameplay video, and it was like snowing and stuff, and I was like, when does this happen? Like, I know I have so much more game ahead of me, and I didn't even get to the best part of the game. It makes you stressed out because you have a time period to go in the TV and save that person. You see the weather reports, and if you see rain is coming up and stuff, you're like, crap, I gotta go in the TV and save them. But sometimes you're not strong enough to fight these dudes. You gotta go grind and stuff, and you're like, crap, I hope I have enough time to go save this person. So it's really like it's really kind of overwhelming at first because I'm just stressing out. But when you save that person, you're just like, oh, like you have a bunch of cool time, and then you go to the midnight channel.
So if they die in the TV, are they dead? Like throughout the game?
No, you start over.
You start the game over?
Not the game. I think you go back to a previous save. It hasn't happened to me yet. It hasn't happened to me yet, and I hope it does not happen because that's just petrifying to me for that to
I think it'd be kind of cool if they were just gone from the story.
That would be awesome.
Maybe it'll be like that in 5. Yeah.
The 5th one, I know it has to do with juvenile kids or something. You're like in a kind of bad school, I think.
Bad boys.
Yeah, bad boys.
Another thing about Persona 4 when you're showing it to me, I mean, I watched you play it for a good like 15-20 minutes when you brought it over to show it to me, and I mean, some people can probably relate to this, some people may not, but I thought one of the most engaging things about it, I wasn't even playing the game, but I was already engaged on what you were doing just based on the music in the game.
Oh yeah,
the music is fantastic.
And when you're not in the world, it plays the same song on loop over and over and over and over. And the first time it happened, I was like, this is going to get old. And it never did. I would like stop playing the game and I'd be humming the song and stuff. It doesn't. Yeah. It's really super like Japanesey pop, but in like the best way imaginable. Yeah. Really, and you can tell if you
I still have the melody of that song in my head ever since you showed it to me.
Yeah, I'll sometimes listen. That is so funny because this morning I was getting ready and I just was thinking of it, so I played the soundtrack to Persona 4 while I was getting ready and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's amazing, and you can tell from Persona 5 the music in that trailer is superb too.
That's one of the main reasons why like I said, I haven't yet to play Persona 4. Just by watching a little bit of 4 and then seeing the trailer for 5, I was immediately already like, that is going to be so good. I cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
I might need to try this game out.
Yeah, you should. If
I'm going to have to go buy a Vita.
If you got time, because I was like, during Christmas break, I had a few days off, and I would wake up and play that game, and it'd be like dark. The time just like flew by playing that game, so I really need to get back into it.
I feel like the opportune time, honestly, for you and me specifically, would be after Bloodborne comes out and until The Witcher comes out. Like that period between like late March to like when does The Witcher come out in May? The end of May?
Somewhere in May.
Somewhere in May, like between end of March through like probably the beginning of May.
Like 13th or something.
Yeah, like in that time period. I mean, I know that isn't a whole lot of time to play a game.
Plus, we also have Wolfenstein. Is it New Order?
Oh yeah,
the Old Blood DLC.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah. It does.
Didn't talk about that. That looks cool.
Yeah. And that's cool. You don't have to own the game either to download that.
So that's awesome. I really like stuff like that, like First Light for Infamous and stuff. That was really good.
You know what else I want to play, just to chime in real quick on DLC, is Valley of the Yetis for Far Cry 4. I watched some gameplay on IGN for that. I'm like,
cool.
I love the gameplay in Far Cry 4. I mean, I thought it was so much fun.
Yeah.
I'll download that just to like run around in the game again. It's a whole brand new area, and the Yetis are terrifying.
Can you play co-op?
I assume you can.
I hope so.
Yeah, the Yetis
that was the funnest part.
It was, yeah. I mean, the Yetis are terrifying. They take a lot to bring down. I mean, I don't know if like what the story is of the game. They're just kind of like hunting Yetis.
Yeah, I think kind of just like how Blood Dragon was to Far Cry, kind of just crazy out there. I think they're kind of trying to do that too. But yeah, if it's co-op, definitely, because that was so fun.
For sure.
We were sadistic buttholes.
Oh my gosh, dude. If we had recorded that as like a Let's Play one day, that was the funniest thing ever.
We would trap elephants with our cars and just both of us would just throw C4 down and they would just fly to
like
the moon.
Skyrocket.
You monsters.
And we also killed like all the good guys and bad guys and civilians in this village and piled them up into like a massive pile. You know what I'm going to do in this podcast? I'm going to like download that picture off my phone and just like throw it up for you guys because it is hilarious. I mean, it's just like
you
this.
Still have it?
Yeah, it's this massive pile of bodies, and then just Preston is playing as Ajay Ghali, the main character, just like flipping off the camera in front of the bodies. It's so dark and evil, but we thought that was the funniest thing ever.
Awesome. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious. And it even captions like flips the bird. It's hilarious.
My girlfriend was actually watching me play that. It was really late, and she was staying over, and she was watching me play it. She got so pissed off at me for killing the elephant. She like didn't talk to me.
And don't get me wrong, I felt bad about it, but I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So Witcher, Destiny, and Persona 5.
I feel like all of those are honorable picks.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would, if I had to play Witcher, I would be perfectly. If I had to play
I would be so ecstatic to play Batman,
I'd be perfectly
or
okay with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't really go wrong. This gaming season coming up could truly be the best ever. Witcher, Batman, Persona, possibly Fallout 4, a new Legend of Zelda, Uncharted 4.
If all of those come out this year,
Lord.
it's a great time to be alive.
Indeed, man.
Especially for gamers.
We said last year was going to be a great year, and look what happened. So
Man.
I believe in all the games.
I'm trying not to get my hopes up.
I have a lot of faith in every game coming out this year, honestly.
There's like, it's almost guaranteed that The Witcher is going to be epic. It's almost guaranteed Arkham's going to be epic.
It will literally break my heart.
Uncharted, I mean, it's Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog's never made a bad game.
No.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
And if they delay it, I would not matter. It wouldn't bother me at all because there's already so much other stuff to play. And I know we were talking about Assassin's Creed, but a new one of those comes out.
I totally forgot about that.
New Call of Duty.
New Call of Duty.
Got your CODs. Halo 5's coming out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Halo 5. Holy crap, I'm a huge Halo fan.
Remember Battlefield's coming out. Is it this Tuesday?
I think.
Is it really Hardline?
Yeah, Hardline.
Do you guys have any interest in that?
I'm probably not going to pick it up.
Me neither.
I'll probably watch a review and see if it's like a incredible, maybe I'll get it.
I wish Redbox would do PS4 games.
Yeah.
You would
perfect. Redbox.
Battlefield?
In Redbox.
Well, you gonna play through the campaign?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
like- it's
maybe
like
play
campaign.
may play a little
They've got
multiplayer.
this is a completely different developer. These are the people that made the Dead Space games are making this. And
Sure.
their campaigns have been
Still
good.
Battlefield though.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know. It's Battlefield 4's campaign.
I couldn't even get through the first campaign mission in Battlefield 4.
Oh
I
really?
just got so bored.
I was bored too. I didn't
Oh,
finish it
pretty
either.
I beat it. The ending sucked so bad. I was
Yeah.
like,
Ugh.
I don't know. I like action flick shoot 'em up story modes. I don't really hold a lot of regard for them. But guys,
Dude, I just to add one last
Yeah.
thing before we close out is that the reason why I totally forgot about Halo 5 being such a huge Halo fan is because Master Chief Collection. I know
Yep.
I've heard, I haven't played it recently. I've heard it's finally working properly online. But the fact that it was so bad for so long, it's completely turned me off to Halo, and I totally forgot about Halo 5. But I did play the Halo 5 beta a ton while it was out, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a ton of fun. I mean, all the changes they made. I mean, yeah, like aiming down the sights and stuff, it was kind of weird at first in Halo, but as soon as I got used to it, it felt totally natural and it was super cool. And like, I think that's going to be a great game. Hopefully the story will be good, but I know multiplayer is going to be fun at least. And
Yeah.
that's something else. I wouldn't pick that, obviously, as like we were saying, like as my game to play for the rest of the year, but
yeah,
I am
It's a fun
excited
one,
for
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm the same way about Halo. Like, it insulted me that Master Chief Collection was so bad. out the gate. Like, I don't even know if I want to like touch the game now. Like
Yeah.
I was so disappointed.
I was thrilled.
Last
for
year's
that
E3,
when it
that was
came
what I was
out.
looking forward to most,
Yeah.
and we couldn't even play it.
It's just like these annualized games are coming out and just a heap of these games that don't come out very often.
Mhm.
Like Witcher is an annualized, Batman is an annualized, Uncharted
That's
is an
very true.
annualized.
That's
It's
very
just
true.
like it's like you wait years for games like these coming out,
Mhm.
whereas the Assassin's Creeds, the Call of Duties, the Halos,
Your
they come
Battlefields.
out. Yeah, they come out all the time. It seems like so.
Sure.
It's just like I don't know if I'll even buy one of these annualized games at launch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, definitely down the line, I'll probably, definitely Assassin's Creed. I always, like I said last podcast, I always pray that it's good.
There's always one thing that is,
Yeah.
in Unity's case, multiple things, but there's usually one thing that's just
Yeah.
a little off about it.
Call of Duty, I enjoyed enough. Not enough to put down like Fallout or Uncharted.
I really think this is going to be a special year for Call of Duty.
If
they
they
do what everyone wants.
If they do World at War 3 or 2, whatever.
2,
it is,
yeah.
World at War II.
World at War 2.
Which is funny because the first one was called World at War, but it was World War II, and this one will be called World at War II.
Yeah.
It could get kind of confusing.
World at War 2.
Yeah.
They
That's what
better
you mean.
release that game.
I mean, they're going to release it. We just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It better be World at War
Oh
II.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think going in the exact opposite direction of everything
Yeah.
now is what made Call of
They
Duty
need-
so
they need to.
good in the first place. COD 4 just was like one of the
It's going to be the only World War II shooter that will be out for next gen. So
Yeah.
You know what I'd totally be
That's
into
gonna
as
attract a lot
plot
of people.
for World at War II would be, instead of it, because World at War One, if I remember correctly, I mean, you were primarily a Russian character. You're an American character too, right? You're a couple
Yeah.
different.
you played,
characters, weren't
you played different characters. They had different
Uh-huh.
Right.
storylines.
Which I thought the campaign of World at War was awesome, and it was
Mm-hmm.
just pretty much like an action, like World War II, we're gonna go kill the bad guys type thing. I think it'd be cool. One of my favorite Call of Duty campaign is Black Ops 1, where you play that like schizophrenic guy,
Yeah.
and like you're having visions of that dude. The whole spoiler, by the way, I've been spoiling things
Yeah, you
bad
like to
lately.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, but if you haven't played, I don't know if you've ever planned on playing Black Ops 1 if you haven't played it. I mean, who hasn't played every Call of Duty? But I thought that was the coolest story, how you were basically schizophrenic the whole time and you were crazy, and the whole time that guy you were seeing that you thought you were seeing was actually you. I thought that was brilliant for like Call of Duty. Actually, that was out of nowhere for me, and I think it'd be cool if, not that you're schizophrenic in World at War II. Yeah, nice job. Schizophrenic in World at War II. But I
Was
think
that actually you in that game?
it was, yeah.
It was?
Yeah, because I remember you
Yes.
at the end. It like
Okay.
reveals that it's like you doing all these crazy things, which I thought that was awesome. It was just so different for Call of
That is
Duty.
a
but
really good.
it was my
twist.
favorite Call of Duty campaign for sure. But I think it'd be cool if you were like a covert operative in World War II. Like instead of being like on the front lines, you're like behind the scenes doing cool stuff.
Kind of like a Spec Ops World War II.
yeah, I think that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
That'd be cool.
With like World War II weapons and like a World War II squadron, like a squadron you've never heard of before. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be
I'm just
epic.
excited, like if they're going to do this, use like old style weaponry. Like
Mhm.
I'm a huge fan of like World War II. So
It'd be good to go back to that because we just haven't picked up I can't remember the
No
last
more,
time
no
I
more
fired one.
jetpacking and double jumping everywhere.
Yeah.
It'd also be cool too if you were like the whole game you were like undercover with like an enemy side with like the Germans or
Yeah,
something.
what if you
Like
were like a
Hitler's
soldier under?
bodyguard or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, how
That'd be
crazy
awesome.
would that be? That'd be
Pretty
interesting.
cool. And you're the dude that killed him.
Bunch of
Yeah.
sick-minded
That'd be
people over
pretty
here.
cool.
Yeah.
Anywho, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up this week. All right, bye.
Yeah, I got to say, I mean, I've said this 100 times. It's always an honor talking to you guys, and
Absolutely.
I thought we had some fun topics today, especially the one about our game that we'd choose to play the rest of the year. That was a good
I liked
topic.
it.
Oh, thank you.
So this
Yeah.
week was a blast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
for sure.
I mean, I'm still a little upset that we made an iDarb Let's Play like an hour before we started shooting this, and our Elgato crapped out on us, and it's so depressing because it was just hilarious, and like we had the most competition we've ever had during a Let's Play, and we were all heated, man. It was
I was
intense.
pissed off at
Yeah,
everybody.
we were very frustrated. It was
Man.
very competitive. It was funny. It was like back and forth the whole time. We were so excited about it, but our Elgato crapped out and we lost it, which really makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
But I was still excited to do the podcast as always, and
Oh yeah, for sure.
it was fun.
Well, at least we got another Super Smash Brothers on the Brawl one. We don't have a Wii U yet. Hopefully, we'll get one
Yeah.
soon. We just got the PS4 and Xbox One. We're just I love Nintendo, but I don't know. I just like Zelda basically.
Mhm.
So until that comes out,
I'm a big Mario guy, so
Yeah.
we'll have one eventually.
We will
Yeah.
have one eventually, so look forward to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Garrett has actually put in our podcast on SoundCloud now.
Yep.
So check those out. We're going to have a link in the description, so you don't have to look at our ugly faces this entire time anymore. You can just listen to us. Listen to us in the car, like I
Yeah.
like to listen to my podcast.
Me too. I never watch
yeah.
podcasts.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just do
Pick
this
up
kind of like
loud.
if people prefer watching things.
I know some people do.
Yeah.
So we're just throwing that out there. Just so you
Sometimes
can
I
get
listen
it.
to him while I'm playing my Destiny,
Oh yeah,
Just
when
yeah.
you're
There's a lot of
grinding or
downtime.
doing something
Yeah.
like that in any
Mhm.
game, podcasts are good to listen to. But yeah, check out our SoundCloud. Do you follow or anything on SoundCloud?
Yeah, you do.
All right, do that.
It's just
I don't know
SoundCloud.
anything about SoundCloud.
Yeah, I'll put a link in the
Email.
description stuff. It's just soundcloud.com/itsobviousgaming, and obviously we're putting out the full podcast every Friday after all the parts are, because we split up the parts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for topics. And I know some people prefer just to listen to it all at once, so that's why normally. I mean, I would upload the entire video of us talking, but unfortunately my computer craps out every time I try that. But fortunately the audio prints, and I can throw up the audio on SoundCloud every week for people that just want to listen to the whole thing in its entirety.
We're working with what we got.
Yeah, doing the best we can.
Yeah, doing it. But yeah, guys, this was episode 3. Went pretty smooth. So if you do like this video, like Garrett said at the beginning, please leave any critiques in the comments. Please tell us if there's anything we can do to
You know,
make this better.
whether it's mean, whether it's nice, whether you want to just talk about games, like let's
if you want
talk
to tell
about
me
it.
how your lunch was, please
Yeah.
tell me. I want to hear about it.
Exactly.
And please subscribe if you want to see more.
Because
Yeah.
there is more coming every single week. We're gonna have videos.
Yeah. I don't care if there's 3 of you that have been watching consistently since we started. I don't care if it's the 3 of you for the rest of time. If you guys talk to us in the comments, or if you like our videos and subscribe, share them with your friends. I mean, that's good enough for us. I mean, we're just doing this because we enjoy it and we want other people to enjoy it with us. So
Absolutely. Tootly.
absolutely.
I don't know. I keep saying that.
Anywho, absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm like,
We're down here in the South. We have a different kind of grammar here.
Oh man. All right, guys. Well, I think that's it for episode 3, and hope to talk to you guys later.
Sounds good. Have
Thanks
a good
for
one.
watching.
Yep. See ya.